and gentlemen, we are right at 8:30, so we could go ahead and find our way to our seats. We're going to call the meeting to order here. Welcome to the Conscious Contact Speaker Group of Alcoholics Anonymous. My name is Brian, and I am an alcoholic. This is a one-hour speaker meeting that meets every Saturday at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. That's 301 North Main Street in Doylestown, PA. We have food and fellowship for this group starting at 8 o'clock every week, and the speaker comes on at 8:30, so feel free to join us early. Enjoy the coffee, the refreshments we put out. If you want to get involved with service with this group, see me, any home group member, before or after the meeting. We have a business meeting for this group, meets every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 7:30, so again, feel free to come early and join us. The purpose of this group is to provide a consistent message of hope and recovery through God reliance and service to others through the practice and teaching of the 12 steps. We record all speakers so that others can benefit from their message of recovery. If you wish not to be recorded, simply ask. This is an open meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. The group would like to welcome everyone, especially newcomers. If there's anyone that's new at this meeting for the first time or visiting from out of town that would like to introduce themselves on a first name basis so that we can welcome you. Anybody? Yeah.
I'm Lori, and I'm an alcoholic.
Lori. Welcome.
From Wrightsville.
Welcome. Nice. Yeah, go ahead.
From Lancaster, my name is Buddy. I'm an alcoholic.
Buddy, welcome. Yeah.
From York, Lorraine, alcoholic.
Lorraine, welcome. Yeah.
My name is Bar. I'm a definitely alcoholic. Home from Southwest Philadelphia, but I just moved to Lancaster.
Cool. Welcome. Yeah.
Eddie, alcoholic.
Eddie. Welcome. Anybody else? Yeah.
Ryan, alcoholic. I just moved there.
Nice, Ryan. Welcome. Well, hang out with us after the meeting. If you're new, hang out with us after the meeting. There'll be a group of us breaking down the meeting here. We'd love to talk with you, get you some phone numbers, some contact lists, So hang out with us after the meeting. The Conscious Contact Speaker Group encourages sponsorship. Would anyone with a working knowledge of the 12 steps and who is willing to sponsor, please raise your hands. So there we go. Thank you for your service. Again, we got plenty of people willing to sponsor. Grab one of those people after the meeting. We'd love to get you into the solution a little bit. Are there any announcements from the floor for the good of AA? Anybody have anything going on? Nothing? Nick.
My name is Nick. I'm an alcoholic.
Nick.
We have 2H documents on Sunday night in Quakertown at the Fitness Center, and also on Tuesdays. Not for men only and in Sullivan. I'm seeing you at the meeting if you want to be of service. Also, we have a vet phone. If you are good back there on the 7th Division, or you come see me, you can scan my phone.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anything? Yeah.
Again, Lori, alcoholic. I'm from York Bid Committee, which we actually are trying to bring Pensacola back to York. So Pensacola is Pennsylvania State Conference for young people of AA, and that does not mean an age. If you're young at heart, if you were born after Abe Lincoln, room to grow. If you have any questions, ask me.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anything going on? A couple quick announcements from this group. This group does have a sister group, which is a big book study meeting. Meets every Thursday at 7:30, just up the road here at Salem UCC Church. That's 186 East Court Street in Doylestown. And the coffee for that meeting's on at 6:15. So again, feel free to show up early and join us. Enjoy some fellowship. We have meeting lists and big books on easy terms. Please see me or any home group member after the meeting. If you cannot afford a big book, the Conscious Contact Speaker Group will give you one at no charge. Anyone willing to make donations for the purchase of big books to help those who cannot afford them can put their donations in that jar on the back table marked Big Book and CD donations. All CDs are available free of charge. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a YouTube channel that we post all our speakers from this group on there. So I always say it's a good resource to have. If you come here and you hear a good message that you think someone else can benefit from, you can get on our YouTube, share any of the speakers on there that way. We also have a Facebook page. It's good to stay subscribed to that. We post our upcoming speakers on there, any events, workshops, celebrations we have going on. Other groups will post happenings they have. So I always say it's a good resource to have to stay tied in with happenings and various groups in AA throughout the area here. And with that, I'm going to bring my good friend Nick up here to read the Just for Today prayer of recovery.
Okay. My name's Nick. I'm an alcoholic. This is the Just for Today prayer of recovery. Just for today, I'll be agreeable. I always look as well as I can, dress becomingly, talk low, act courteously, criticize not one bit, not find fault with anything, and not try to improve or regulate anybody except myself. And now with that, I have Jen to come up and read the AA preamble. Please give her a warm welcome.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm an alcoholic. Good evening. This is the AA preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution. Does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Now I'm going to introduce our lovely Michelle, who will go through the steps with all of you.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle and I'm a recovering alcoholic. Welcome home. And these are the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. Step 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Step 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Step 5, admitted to God and to ourselves and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Step 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Step 7, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. Step 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Step 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Step 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Step 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. And step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. And I'd like to bring our good friend Brian back up from Colorado.
Okay, our group does have a 7th tradition. Every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. At this time, we'll see that the basket makes its way around. There's no dues or fees for AA membership, but we do have expenses, and your contributions do help us to cover the cost of food, rent, big books, workshops, and CDs, the likes. There's absolutely no smoking on the church property. It's the church's policy, not ours. We got a good working relationship with the church. They let us hold the meeting here every week, and really all they ask is that we keep the premise clean, so just be considerate of that as you're coming and going from the meeting. Please take a moment to silence all cell phones and limit movement during the meeting to avoid distractions. Now to introduce our speaker for tonight, a good friend of the Conscious Contact Speaker Group on loan to us from the Ordinary Misfits Group of York, PA. Please help me welcome Randy J.
Good evening. Oh my. My name is Randy, I'm alcoholic. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Conscious Contact Group for asking me to come out here and to speak for Alcoholics Anonymous. It's an honor and privilege to be able to do anything for Alcoholics Anonymous because Alcoholics Anonymous saved my life. And how can I not show up when asked? And I love Alcoholics Anonymous. So, with saying all that, I'm hot. My sugar just dropped. Yo, that was funny, bro. Like, for real. My sugar dropped. I'm up here drinking, I'm hot. But I got a cup of sugar with a little coffee in it. So, we're going to be all right in a minute. I can feel it. But, okay, so, first and foremost, I have a sponsor. My sponsor knows that he sponsors me. I talk to him, you know what I mean? Love my sponsor. I have a home group. This is crazy, right? I've never thought that I would have a Zoom meeting for online meeting. You gotta get it right. You can't call it Zoom because it can't be online meeting. I have an online meeting with Alcoholics Anonymous. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, bro. I thought I could not get a connection with people online, right? I didn't think. But that's a whole different story. So I got an online meeting. It's called the Ordinary Misfits. We meet 7 days a week, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we have a women's meeting also. So if you need a meeting, you can get online and get a meeting. And I love our meeting. So I have a home group, have a sponsor. I sponsor men in this program, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? Watching boys turn to men. Like just watching the transition, bro. Like when the lights come on in their eyes. Like that's something you don't want to miss. I love that. Let's see. So I got a sponsor, big book. What else? Oh, I got sobriety day. That's good to have every once in a while. You know what I mean? Get a sobriety day, hold on to it. Uh-oh. Oh, well, thank you, Michelle. See, I still got one left. All right, so I got a sobriety date. And AA, you see this all the time. They be like, I have 20 years, 8 months, 3 days, 2 minutes. And I don't say that to impress you. But I do. I got 20 years, bro. That is bananas. That's bananas, dude. Now, before I go any further, right? It's impressive, but it's impressive what God has done. I didn't do nothing but suit up and show up. That's all I did. I got in the car. That's all I did. I show up, and God blesses me. Right? I grew up, I was supposed to tell you what it used to be like, what happened, and what it's like now, right? That's hard for me. I don't have that type of vocabulary, right? I can't surround my words with what Alcoholics Anonymous does. Like I don't have the words for it, right? If you want to see what Alcoholics Anonymous does, bro, look around you. Look around you. That's... Get in the car. Just get in our car, bro. That's all you gotta do. Bro, I'm so blessed. I'm telling you right now, I'm living in the promises of Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm living in the promises. I finally see, like I can see it. All right, I'm supposed to tell you what it used to be like, what happened, and what it's like now. So I grew up a good Catholic kid, you know what I mean? Good Catholic kid, captain of the football team, captain of the wrestling team, honor student, you know what I mean? Yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, one of them type of kids, right? I remember my first drink, I was down in Maryland. My uncle used to coach for Annapolis, the Naval Academy, right? So we went down there to visit, and the drinking age was 18 at the time, right? So we went down there, my cousins, they were like, yo, let's get some beer, right? I'm like, right on, we gonna get some beer. I don't know nothing about no beer. But down in Maryland, they have this beer called Natty Bo, right? So we got a case of Natty Boh. We got the biggest kid to go in there and get a case of Natty Boh. And they keep the Natty Boh because it's nasty, bro. It's very nasty. They keep it in the alley, you know what I mean? So they ran in there, got this warm malt liquor, and come running out. We got a case of beer, yay. Everybody happy, right? So I'm with a bunch of kids. I don't know the kids, right? Because I'm from Pennsylvania, they're from Maryland. And I said to my, and there was girls there, right? So I want to talk to the girls, but I didn't know how to talk to girls. I went to my cousin, I said, yo, how you be talking to them girls, bro? He said, drink up. So I felt the effect produced by alcohol right away. Because once I started drinking, right, all of a sudden it changed me. All of a sudden I could talk to the girls. After about 3 beers. 3 beers, I could talk to girls. Before I'm shy. After 3 beers, I'm like, hey, how you doing? After 4 beers, I know you ain't like me. After 4 beers, I start lying, right? So I'll tell these girls, because I played football all my life. I was always a guard. This year in high school, they made me a fullback, right? And I never got the ball. They made me a fullback because I was a blocker. I would block, and then the tailback would run and get touchdown. I never got the ball. I got the ball one time. One time I remember, like it burns in my mind. It was pouring down raining, 10-yard line, home field, and they called my number, 33 sweep. 33 sweep on 3. They said, down, set, hut 1, hut 2, hut 3. I did my juke, got that ball, and fumbled and stuff. And I never got the ball ever again. But that night, after 4 beers, I'm telling them girls, I'm a bad man. I'm a candidate for the Heisman Trophy in high school. Lock my butt off. And I remember coming home from the woods, right? And I knew I had to get rid of the beer. Because I had to get rid of the beer. I intuitively knew if we got caught with that beer, I was going to get my butt whooped, right? So I start drinking all the beer. Next thing you know, I'm drunk, right? I'm tore up, right? And they're trying to sneak me in the house. You remember when you were a kid, they tried to sneak in the house, and the loud one I was loud. You know what I mean? I'm like, ha ha, ha. They're like, shh, shh, shh. I'm like, ha ha. They get me down the basement, right? And Different Strokes was on. That's how old I am. Different Strokes was on, and they said, what you talking about, Willis? I'm like, ha ha. He said, what are you talking about? Ha ha. And I started throwing up over my uncle's house, right? And you know when you're a kid, you don't know how to drink. I didn't drink nothing all day except those orange cheese puffs, right? So, and there were those daggone Old Bay ones, right? So they burnt coming up, dude. Like, so I got orange cheese puke all over my uncle's brand new house, right? In the basement, right? And I just knew the next day I was going to get in trouble. But my uncle, he came down and he looked at me and he gave me that look of disgust that they talk about in the big book. He gave me that look of disgust. And he looked at me, and even though his lips did not move, I heard him say, what the hell is wrong with you? For real? Like, bro, like you should not drink. What is wrong with you? That's Corinthian leather, bro. You got orange puke on my couch. What is wrong with you? He didn't say that, but I felt that. And I would see that more and more as I would continue drinking. You know what I mean? And I grew up a good Catholic kid, dude. Like I joined the Air Force like 20 days after high school. And I went in there because I could do anything I put my mind to it. I played football at 165, smallest guy in the county, all county football team, 165. And 30 days later, I wrestled at 126 and was a champion. There was nothing. I could put my mind to things and do anything whatever I put my mind to it. But when it comes to regard of alcohol, once I drink, I can't stop. And that's to this day. Right, so I joined the Air Force, right, and I got to be an 81150, which is the best kept secret in the military, right? We ran with the totem poles on our shoulders, 5 miles a day. We did peacekeeper push-ups. When we were training, anytime we went through an archway, everyone, fire team put their feet on the back of the other guy's back. We do peacekeeper push-ups. We did 20 every time. I made my fire team do 25 because that's how bad we were. I could do anything I put my mind to. But when it comes to regard of alcohol, once I start drinking, I can't stop. I get out of the Air Force. I want to get to the good part. Get out of the Air Force, and then things didn't go the way I wanted to. And I started getting in trouble. I started to drink. I remember in the big book, it talks about Bill thinking, because he was a military man, and he thought that because he was a commander and that everything was going to be all right. Like the world was his. And that's how I felt when I got out of the military. But alcohol caught me, right? And like my life just started going down, down, down. I've been to 33 rehabs. I've been to jail 15 times. And inside, like I grew up a good Catholic kid. I'm not joking. And every time that I had to do the things that I had to do to get my alcohol, it would rub against my soul. And it would hurt so bad that I would have to drink to make it stop. I would go to jail, right? I used to get a sense of ease and comfort that was produced by handcuffs. They would put those handcuffs on my wrist, and I would go, because I knew, like, if you just keep me in here for a year, I'm going to be all right. I just knew. So I would go to York County Prison, find establishment. I remember one time they arrested me, and I was thanking the police officer. I was thanking the police officer, thank you so much, right? Because my life was crazy. My life was crazy. So I go to jail, and there was this guy, you guys were talking about service, guy getting involved in service, this guy named Joe G. Joe G used to bring meetings to the prison every Thursday and every Friday. It didn't matter if it was a blizzard, didn't matter if it was Hanukkah, didn't matter if it was Kwanzaa, didn't matter if it was Christmas. Every Thursday, every Friday, Joe was there. That's where I learned about service. He showed up. Joe was old. At least I thought he was old. He was old. He was old. He was old. He was white. He didn't. I say that to say that he didn't look like me. He was old. He was white. He had his own business. He wore a toupee. He thought that it was real hair, but we knew it was a toupee. Because Thursday you have a cocked on one side, and Friday you have a cocked in the back. And Joe would come in, he'd be all old, he'd be like, yo, you gotta sit down. You sit down. You don't want to be here, we'll get you out of here. But as soon as you start talking about Alcoholics Anonymous, bro, it felt like a beam of light would hit this man's chest. Boom! And it felt like he became a superhero, dude. Like the enthusiasm, the way that he used to talk. Man, this dude, man, and I can hear him today. You gotta give it away to keep it, guys. Get out here and tell the people what you learned. And I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. So I go into jail for like 6 straight months. You know what I mean? Because I knew if I'd be in there long enough, I'm gonna be all right. So I'd be in there, I'd go to AA, and he would give me a big book. He'd give me a big book, and I'd read it. I would read it from the back. I don't know, I'm kind of backwards. I didn't read the front of the book, because that's kind of boring. I read the back of the book, right? So I read the big book every night. I write my girl, because I keep a pretty little thing, you know what I mean? I write her every day. I would give Julio a honey bun, right? And he'd give me 5 envelopes, and they would have like hearts on them, and Snoopy, and roses. And I'd write her every day. I'd be like, damn, excuse me. Man, oh man, girl, I miss you. Damn, I miss you. Inside this concrete jungle, I have found a new me. And when I return to you, I will hand you the stars and give you the moon. Never again will the lips that touch alcohol be pressed upon yours. Love, baby, baby. P.S. Please send me $10 so I can get some draws and some more honey buns. Yo, I used to go to jail, right? I used to go to jail, I'd be devastated. As soon as I get to jail, I start doing push-ups, right? I do 3,000 push-ups a day, and I get big. They used to call me Big Swole. That's what they call me. Big Swole, what's up? I'm like, you, what's up? They used to call me Big Swole, and they used to call me the Colonel. Yo, Colonel, what up? What's up? They call me Colonel because I have chicken legs. So I'm in there, I'm doing push-ups every day, eating good, you know what I mean, praying, reading the big book, right? And I'm in there for 6 straight months. Went in and, because I'm a type of criminal, when I get locked up, they come and get me, right? So they pull me out of bed. I usually got a pair of shorts on. They let me put flip-flops on, and I would wear a muscle tee, back when I had muscles, right? So I'd be in jail, I go in the summertime, and it's wintertime. And in York County Prison, you get the same clothes that you went in with. So I gained 30 pounds, because all I did was eat Chi-Chi. Everybody know what Chi-Chi? I eat Chi-Chi, I gained 30 pounds, call me Big Swole, and I get my clothes. They give me my clothes, and I try to put my shorts on, they so tight. They look like Daisy Dukes, bro. Like I ain't joking. They tight. So I'm standing there, and they release me, Randolph Jefferson, bag and baggage, and they release me, and it's a blizzard. And I got a pair of tight shorts, muscle tee, and flip-flops. And I'm not lying about this, bro. The snow was up to my ankles. And I'm standing there, and I don't know what to do because my girl is supposed to be there. I don't know where the heck she's at, right? So I'm standing there, and that buzzer starts ringing. Now, I ain't thought about a drink for 6 straight months, but as soon as that buzzer starts ringing, all of a sudden I got butterflies in my belly. I'm like, what in the heck? So I'm standing there, and that gate starts to open. As soon as that gate starts to open, I got 2 angels that pop up on my shoulders. And they got dreads. And the one angel, is like, yo, what? And the other one's, no, Randy. And the one angel goes, come on, man, you can do it. Come on, bro, let's do it. And the other one's, Randy, what are you thinking about? Are you serious? Bro, think of the kids. What is wrong with you? And the other one's, you can do it. It's Friday, son, what you gonna do? And as I'm walking, the angels get bigger, and the noise in my head gets louder. And I'm walking, do it, do it, do it. Don't do it, do it, do it, do it. And I ask for a Budweiser, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. I get that sense of ease and comfort that's produced by the first drink. Now, the issue with alcohol, right? It's a progressive disease. It's a slow, progressive disease. And at one time, when I used to drink a 6-pack, the ease and comfort was this long. And I'd be like, yeah. But now, I've been drinking so long, it lasts about this long. And those 2 angels that I told you, they turn into demons. So it looks like this. Do it, do it, do it. Don't do it. Do it, do it. You big dummy! What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Take her pocketbook. Your PO's gonna get you. You're gonna die this way. And I gotta drink again to shut that noise up. And that's repeated over and over again. You hear this in meetings. I'm sure you heard it around here. There's only one thing you have to change, and that's everything. It's the psychic change. And the psychic change happened to me. I learned what a psychic change actually means, a mind change, right? All I had to do is have a mind change. I did tell you I was a good Catholic kid, right? I used to pray all the time in my addiction, right? I used to pray, dear God, please make me invisible while I'm still at Walmart. I used to pray, dear Jesus, baby blue-eyed Jesus, please give me $20 a day. I promise you, if you give me $20 a day, I will not bother you anymore today. And then I used to pray, dear God, kill me or cure me, because I can't live like this anymore. And believe it or not, God listens to our prayers. He listens to our prayers. He gave me a whole bunch of money. He gave me enough money that I shouldn't be here today. He gave me a whole bunch of money. And I got that money and I bought myself a deluxe apartment on the east side of town, because my last name is Jefferson. I was moving on up. I bought a 1969 Chevy Malibu SS, because I like going fast. Ooh, I like going fast. I like fast cars, fast money, and fast instant rice, right? So I got all that. I got the car, I got the plates, and what else? I got flat screen TV, right? But back in the day, they were flat and thick. Remember that? So I got the flat screen TV. I got everything I want, bro. And I got this money. And I don't put the money in the bank, right? Because banks don't believe in me. I don't believe in banks. But the truth is, banks don't believe in me. So I got 160 grand in my underwear drawer, because I can't put the money in the bank. So I got it in my sock drawer. And my girl be like, honey, we need some groceries. I think I'm a baller. You know what I mean? I got money. I'm like, go on, girl. Go get us some Fruit Loops. Don't get us no Happy Hoops. You know what I'm saying? Oh, baller, son. Yo, you know what, girl? Go get us some Captain Crunch. Don't get the Colossal Crunch, baby. Get the Captain, babe. Yeah, I'm a baller. Man, my baller butt was broke in a year. And they sent me to my last rehab. And I remember going to that rehab, and they thought they were going to, because it's my 32nd rehab, this is going into my 33rd rehab, and they thought that I was going to fight them. But the fight was gone, there was nothing else left. I had nothing. So I went to this last rehab, and they sent me the whole way up to Erie, Pennsylvania, because I've been to so many rehabs, nobody would take me. So they drove me the whole way up to Erie, and I was so sick. If you could imagine 160 grand coming out of your system. I was supposed to be there for 3 days. I ended up being there for 10 days. They would come into my room, and I would sneeze and defecate on myself. And they would come in and be like, Mr. Jefferson, I'm like, just let me die, just let me die. And they said, we're gonna have to send you somewhere else. I said, whatever it takes. So they sent me up to a different rehab, right? And I remember them sending the bus, and I was the only one on that bus. And I sat on that bus and I said, what the heck is wrong with me? Like, this is my 33rd rehab. Something's gotta change. And I heard, as soon as I said that, I heard something say, notes. Take notes. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, I need to take notes. Because usually when I go to rehab, I'll be taking notes, but I'll be trying to give them to the girls, you know what I mean? This time, I'm gonna take notes for myself. As soon as I said yes, I heard another thing. It said, rehab romance. I'm like, dang, you be watching me. So I said to myself, I did a prayer. One prayer. I said, dear God, don't let me get into a rehab romance. And guess what happened? I did not get into rehab romance. Isn't that amazing? Just one prayer. It was an all-male facility, so. This one guy's kind of cute. I was like, hey, don't judge. Don't judge. Anything to get out of myself, dude. Anything to get out of myself. So I'm supposed to be there for 30 days. At day 12, I go to the counselor, because I'm a genius, you know what I mean? I go to counselor. I say, okay, counselor, where are you going to send me? Mississippi? I-Sippy, you-Sippy, Mississippi? How about Chicago? I'll go. I'll go to Chicago. How about Boca? All the cool kids are going to Boca. Send me to Boca. They said, Mr. Jefferson, you ain't got no funding. You're broke bucks going back to York, Pennsylvania. York, Pennsylvania? Are you trying to kill me? They said, Mr. Jefferson, if you don't calm down, right, we're going to ask you to leave today. I said, oh, wait a minute. You going to ask me to leave? I'm the tour coordinator. This place will fall apart without me. And I told him, I said, go get my bags. I told him with flair, go get my bags. And I had designer bags. I had designer bags. 2 trash bags that smelled good. And yo, the whole way from Pittsburgh, they sent me to the VA hospital in Pittsburgh. Sent me to the VA hospital. The whole way home, I'm calling my sister, calling everybody I know, recovery houses, halfway houses. Nobody would let me in. And my sister finally said, I'll let you sleep at my house. You can stay at my house, but you gotta sleep on the floor outside her bedroom. And that's where I slept. And I remember waking up in the morning, because I didn't know what to do. I would wake up in the morning and I walked to this meeting, the 8 a.m. meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I'd walk there. And there was a guy at the door, and his name was Harrison. He was standing at the door, just like you guys do. He stood at the door and he looked me in the eyes and he said, welcome. He said, welcome home. Do you know what power you guys hold? Do you know what power that you have? Just by standing at the door? Bro, I'm in the front seat. I'm gonna get to watch you grow, girl. Just because you got in the car. Who has it better than us, dude? Bruh. I came home and I jumped in Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, so actually I didn't jump in Alcoholics Anonymous. What I did was, I jumped around Alcoholics Anonymous. Like I would go there and I'd drink up all your nasty coffee. I would smoke Yorports. You know what Yorports are, right? Not Newports, Yorports. And I would walk, I'd go to 8 o'clock meeting, and I walked the whole way to 12 o'clock meeting. No sponsor, no steps. I walk there, drink up the coffee, start walking into town. As soon as I get to the city, somebody call my name. Yo, Randy! I hear him call my name, and I haul butt running, because if I get in your car, I'm going to get it in. I run to a recovery house. And they would answer the door. I said, my name is Randy. I'm alcoholic, and I need your help. I'm scared. They said, come on in, little crackhead. Come on in. And we would talk about Alcoholics Anonymous, right? And I'd be like, yo, don't you guys talk about like football, baseball, something? Always big book. I wish I would have listened to them guys. Because I didn't enlarge my spiritual condition. So one day, that's like 6 months sober. You hear them people talk about white knuckle sobriety, right? You know how hard I gotta hold on to have white knuckles, bro? Like I'm hanging in there, dude. Like I'm hanging in there, bro. And the whole reason why I can't get it is because I think I'm different, right? Because when I come in York, I feel like a raisin in a bowl of milk, like kind of like today. At one time, I'm too young. At one time, I'm too old. At one time, I'm too black. At one time, I'm something else. Only when I became an ordinary, common alcoholic did I catch Alcoholics Anonymous. I almost missed this train, dude. Right, so I was 6 months sober. You know, I'm walking around all proud. I got 6 months. I'm in recovery. Ain't read nothing. What book? What you talking about? You know, damn book. I'm doing this from the muscle. So one day I was coming to town and somebody offered me a drink. And there was the guys from the 8 o'clock meeting, they weren't there. The guys at the recovery house, they weren't there. And I said to myself, who's gonna know? I told myself a lie. Who's gonna know? So I took a drink. Actually, I went to my house. This guy gave me a bundle of Budweiser because I figured I could open up my own distributor, right? So I take this drink to my house and I drink. As soon as I drank it, I felt doom. As soon as I drank it, as soon as I felt that effect, instead of having that feeling, it was like, oh, freak, what did you do? Randy, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And I would see my son, I was like going in these nods, and I would see my son getting off the school bus, because I used to have a long yard, and he'd get off the school bus and he'd be all happy with his little dreads, because I'm his hero, dude. I'm his hero. He's like, Dad, let's play Nintendo. Dad, you want to play? You talk about Nintendo? Why you always take my stuff? I was tired of that. I was tired of going to my mom's house on a beautiful day like today. And we have our parents and our family members wired. Living with the alcoholic of my caliber is enough to make family members neurotic. And I would go to her house and I'd touch her screen door. And she come, because I'm the oldest. Randy, how are you? It's so good to see. Oh my God. Didn't you just get out of rehab yesterday? I don't understand. Like, we gave you everything. What? Jesus. I was tired of that. I was tired of going to courtrooms. Because most people, they go into courtrooms with something to prove. We're going to talk about this. I go in a courtroom like this. Judge Kennedy would say, Mr. Jefferson, I thought I told you not to come in my rehab, not to come in my courtroom looking like that. Is there do you have that much disdain for the law? Get him out of here. So I was tired of that. So I decided I was going to move to Philadelphia, right? Because my thing was, I didn't want my parents and my kids, I didn't want to see them. I didn't want them to see me killing myself. So I was going to move to Philadelphia. That way, no one would know. I would just die somewhere, right? So I went down to Philly. I went to the bus station because I wanted to catch a bus to Philly. It was a blizzard. So they didn't know when the bus was going to come, so I walked. I had nowhere to go. So I went to the 12 o'clock meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I'm there, and it's cold, and it's a blizzard. And I'm sitting there, I didn't know what to do, and here comes that AA guy. You know that AA chucklehead. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What seems to be the problem? And I told that man, I said, how the heck do you do this? For the first time in my life, I told the truth. For the first time in life, the fear of drinking, like the fear of asking you for help, was gone. And this is what was cool about when I met my sponsor. Synchronicity. Carl Jung talked about synchronicity, and it's been happening in AA ever since its conception. Like little things happen, but when you add them all up, it's like a major effect. You know what I mean? And this happened to me. I went to that meeting, and my sponsor went to that meeting. He never was at that meeting. He was in his car talking to his sponsor about a girl. right? Now, I wasn't in the car, but I could just imagine him talking about her. I'm gonna kill her. It's all about her. And his sponsor said, listen, bro, I'm not trying to hear anything about her. If you want to save your butt today, you miss work and you show up to a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous and you extend your hand to a dirty, stinky, Afro-wearing dude. And I got sober because my sponsor filed directions. Because that dirty, Afro-wearing, stinky dude was me. He placed his hand in my hand. And he just started taking me through the steps. And that's where it all happened for me. He used to tell me to be outside of his house, right? Outside my sister's house. Because he would pull up and pick us up. And he had like a Ford Bronco XL. It was like an old beat up. I couldn't even tell you what color it was. And I'm sure it had like 3 different wheels on the car because it would bounce up and down like this. And I could hear my sponsor coming. I could hear him a block away. He'd be jamming. As soon as he hit that corner, the music cut off. Or I'd be like, damn, why he cut the music off? You know what I mean? I get down. Brother man listens to Stone Temples. I listen to Stone Temples. You know what I mean? So he pulled around the corner. As soon as he hit in front of, I look in the car, there's like 4 other chuckleheads in the car. I'm like, well, how are he gonna have all these chuckleheads in the car? He's supposed to be my sponsor. How are we gonna bond? All right, so dude would pop out the back, hey, buddy, get in the car. So I get in the car, I'm mad, because I got to sit in the middle. Why I got to sit in the middle? I ain't say nothing yet. I'm thinking, right? I'm like, why I got to sit in the middle all the time? Can't you pick me up first, bro? Like, can't a brother get a front row? Can't a brother get a window? Just one time? So I'm in the middle, and we start driving, and these guys are all happy. Hey, I'm all mad. And we're driving in this car. My sponsor was a fisherman, and the fishing rods were popping my afro. So now I'm gonna say something, bro. Like, okay, so we're in the car, and now we're going on a highway. Why are we going on a highway, dude? Like, for real, I'm mad, I'm a newcomer, and I'm gonna say something now. I said, excuse me, sponsor man. In the last 3 weeks that I've been in AA, I noticed that we have plenty of good meetings in our surrounding area. And I was thinking, if we went to an earlier meeting, I could be at home because I'm a busy new guy. There's episodes of Law and Order I have not seen yet. And I ain't trying to miss no Law and Order, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So he didn't care. This is what he did. He took his mirror. He said, Randy, when you can become self-supporting and you can own your own vehicle, then you pick the meeting. Other than that, sit back and enjoy the ride. Thank God for those rides, bro. Thank God for those rides. Because when I was in that car, I listened. Not only did I listen, I watched you. And guess what you did? When you said you were going to show up, you showed up. You know what, bro? This is how I love Alcoholics Anonymous, bro. This is why I love Alcoholics Anonymous. Because God gave me you for the rest of my life. I jumped in my car to come to Doylestown, and I trusted that you would be here. Ron, I knew you were going to be here, bro. I knew you were going to be here. God gave that to me. Bro, my life, I'm like living in the promises, bro. Like my life. You know, I've been to 33 rehabs. I've been to jail 15 times. I take meetings in the prison. That's not even the cool part. When I go on Thursday, I get out on Thursday. That's wow. I have the fortune to run rehabs because I know what goes on in rehabs. I know what goes on. I know what they're trying to do because I did it. man, that my worst stuff my worst deficit became my greatest asset. Bro, like, and the big book talks about, does he allow, I always mess this up, does he allow us to meet calamity with serenity, right? When I came in Alcoholics Anonymous, I heard God say this. That's what I heard. I could have been wrong, but it's what I heard. Young man, when you're in AA, you make sure you have a black suit, because you're gonna go to a lot of funerals, which is true. But you see what I popped up in here with? I tell my guys, you wear a black suit and you get one that's paisley and you get one that has polka dots, because not only are you going to go to funerals, you're going to go to weddings. You're going to go to graduations. You might even go to Vancouver with a passport. They gave me a passport. Bro, like, this is beyond my wildest dreams, man. Okay, so with Alcoholics Anonymous, you know the legacies of Alcoholics Anonymous: recovery, unity, and service, right? Those, when I first came in here, I thought the only thing you needed was that big book, right? I was a big book thumper. I'm still a big book thumper. I love big book. And I used to balk at the fellowship part, right? But man, when I got sick at 10 years sober, people used to say to me, young man, be careful on that pink cloud. You're going to need a pink parachute. Bro, I stayed on that pink cloud forever. It was mine. I rode that pink parachute, that pink cloud like it was a skateboard. I'm like, I ain't getting off this thing. But at 10 years sober, I got diagnosed with kidney failure. Right? They gave me 6 days to live when my kidneys exploded, and you guys showed up. This is how deep you showed up. They gave me 6 days to live. My girlfriend had relapsed. She was in state prison. It was just me and my daughter, and you guys came in and took care of me. I was in that hospital. I had 6 days to live. I ended up in there for like 60 days, lost a whole bunch of weight, had a big hole in my stomach. And the day that I wanted out of there, I was seeing things. I was septic. And I was seeing the demons in front of me fight. They were fighting for me. A good angel and a bad angel. And they were like, he hasn't done enough. He said, he's coming with us. And they're fighting in front of me. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Does anyone else see this? Like, and I think I'm going to die. Like, I know I'm going to die. And this one little lady, she came and she would do the serenity prayer. And she'd hold my hand and we'd do serenity. No, we did the third step prayer. God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and do with me as I will. And we did the whole prayer. And she said, Randy, is there anything that you want to say to God? And I'm crying like a baby because I think I'm going to die. And I'm like, God, please return me to sanity, because I'm seeing stuff and I'm hearing stuff. I said, God, please return me to sanity. And God, let me ride my bike again. Because I told you I like fast things. I said, God, let me ride my bike again. I just want to ride my bike. And I said, God, please, just give me one more new guy. Just give me one more new guy. Because I knew if I had a new guy, that I'd have one more day. And the day, I remember I was trying to get out of there so bad they wouldn't let me go unless I took a bowel movement, right? So they gave me a whole bunch of laxative and I couldn't go. But finally, I let loose. And they took me to the EPGSA. We're in Pennsylvania, right? You guys know what the EPGSA is, right? It's the service convention for Alcoholics Anonymous. And they took me to the service. They didn't take me home. The service convention was there, and all these people came to my room because they thought I was going to die. And they took me to the service convention, and they put me in the wheelchair, and they in Lancaster, you go down this long slope, right? And I'm in the wheelchair, I'm all bent over, and as they took me down, because I was at DCM twice in my AA journey, and they took me down that long slope, and as people see me, they stood up and clapped. It was such a beautiful feeling. And they gave me a hotel room, and they wheeled me over to the hotel room, and I'm sitting there, and I'm all, and the room slowly came full. The room was packed. Everyone wishing me well. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is so great. I love AA. And I thought I had a fart, but I kind of doo-dooed myself. And it smelled so bad, everyone just started slowly leaving the room. I love Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm sorry. I love Alcoholics Anonymous. I remember my first service job. I got to say this about the Zoom meeting, right? Because I didn't like the Zoom meeting. When I was at DCM, they put me on a committee called the Loaner Committee, right? And I was supposed to be able to help people. What would happen? There's guys in AA that have to take canoes to meeting. They have to ride a dog sled to meeting. And we were like, what can we do for these people? And we started thinking, they were like, yo, what would happen if the world would shut down? How would we go to meetings? That'll never happen. A year later, we had COVID. And when you're working on that type of service, like the work that AA does is so slow, right? That you don't get to see it in a lifetime. Not only did I get to see it in my lifetime because of COVID, when I was on dialysis for 8 years, AA was brought to me. And that's why I have a home group today. That's a Zoom meeting. I love Alcoholics Anonymous, man. My first service commitment, I was supposed to do the traditions. Nobody wanted to do the traditions, but I'm gonna do the traditions. So I get there early, I cook the coffee, make sure it tastes good and nasty. I take a 12 and 12 on every other chair, make sure the chairs are all nice in line. After the meeting, I went up to my buddy. I said, Bernie, how'd I do? He said, Randy, you're gonna go far in Alcoholics Anonymous. I said, really? It's because I have a sponsor. He said, no, Randy, that's not it. I said, is it because I read the big book? Is that why I'm going to go far? He said, no, Randy, that's not it either. I said, Bernie, why am I going to go far in Alcoholics Anonymous? He says, because Randy, you got a long way to go. Thanks for letting me share. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, again, my name is Brian, I'm an alcoholic. The group would like to thank Randy, first and foremost, for coming out here tonight, sharing an incredible message of open recovery with our group here. Just to wrap things up again, we got food and fellowship every week starting at 8 o'clock. Feel free to get here early and join us if you want to get involved with service, even better. If you want to help us out with a little bit of service right after the meeting, we could always use help putting the chairs away. It is customary for us to thank our speakers as they come here on their own time and expense. So usually we do form a line in the front here and we thank our speakers personally. I want to thank everybody for helping out tonight. Thanks to all our greeters, our readers. And if you do care to join us, we have a nice way of closing down the meeting. We're going to circle up. Yeah, we're going to circle up and join hands. And if you do care to join us, we will close down the meeting with a brief moment of silence for the still sick and suffering alcoholic inside and outside of these rooms, followed by our Lord's Prayer. Our Father,